Hey guys, so I've been having a bunch of people ask about wanting to learn how to crochet, wanting to learn how to start. Is a meep really hard to do? And I've been promising this for a really long time and I've been putting it off. So now I'm not going to put it off any longer, and I'm going to make myself vulnerable with my complete lack of video editing skills. And I'm going to show you kind of some of the starting things with crocheting. So meep, the pattern is really a beginner pattern. So if you have no idea how to crochet, it's not a very first thing you should probably make, but it's not that far into, it doesn't require a lot of knowledge on different stitches. It all kind of relies on one basic stitch called the single crochet, which is pretty much like the first thing that you learn. It just has some other tricks up its sleeve besides just straight single crochet, but nothing too complicated. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some terms, and then we're going to get started with a knot and what's called chaining. So terms to know. First of all, when you have your yarn, to make a knot, you're going to need to know two terms. One is there's two ends to the yarn. This, where the cut part is called the tail, and this is called the working yarn. So you are going to take the tail, and I always tell my students, because I teach middle school students how to crochet, back when we would actually be in school, I would always have them in at lunch and we would learn how to crochet and stuff. And so 2 fingers, and you're going to take the tail of the yarn and you're going to wrap it around the 2 fingers, and it's going to go over. Okay, so one more time, around, and it's going over, and you're going to take your thumb and you're going to kind of tuck that tail with your thumb to hold it in place. Now you have a loop around your 2 fingers, and you have the tail of the yarn going on top when it crosses, and you're tucking it with your thumb. Now you're going to take your other hand and you're going to pull the tail up just the littlest bit to be able to make a small little loop. So again, you have that wrapped around, and you're going to just pull the tail up the littlest bit to make a loop. And then you can either put your hook in there, or sometimes, most of the time, I just put my finger into the hole, and you're gonna pull the rest of your hand out and also pull down both the tail and the working yarn. And that is going to create a slip knot. And if you pull on one side, it makes it tighter, and if you pull on the other side, it makes it looser. So one more time, you are going to take 2 fingers, you're going to wrap the yarn around and over, tuck it with your thumb. Let's see if I can get this so you can see it. And then you're going to come up and pull this tail part just the littlest bit up to make a loop. And you can stick your finger in there, you could stick the hook in there, and then you're going to pull your fingers out and pull down on both the working yarn and the tail, and that's going to tighten that knot up. And then you pull on one end to tighten it, or you could pull on the other end to loosen it if you tightened it too much. So I'm going to actually stop the video right there, because that is kind of the first step, and even that might take some practice. And then, here one more time, just pull it up just a little bit. And if you want to make that tail really long so it gives you some room, if you're new to it, that's probably a good thing, because I was really klutzy with crocheting when I first started, and so I fumbled with stuff a lot. So you can make that tail really long, and then you have some room to play with. And then next time when I have a moment, I'll probably make a video of what is called chaining, which is the next step in crocheting, and it's the base of every kind of stitch that you have for the most part. But I don't know, so many of you are asking, and so I finally did it. So I hope everyone is having a nice day, and I hope this helped, and you can let me know if it helped or if it didn't. And I'll try to get better with the camera. All right, see ya.